Yeah, my people, welcome back, man. Welcome back, yeah. Nicardo Media House there again with the morning insider show for you. Monday morning, people. We start off the week with some very interesting topics as usual, yeah. Press up on yourself on the Monday. A lot of people know that the working day start today, Monday, but today I don't feel lazy. I don't know why. I kind of feel happy. I don't know if it's because I watch so much football. I'm well rested over the weekend. I don't drain like a couple other Sundays and Saturdays. I get what I say, but Monday I feel good. But talking about football games, man, people I watch crazy amount of games. I watch some big rival games. It seems like yesterday and Saturday was the day for rival football. Yeah, I watch the Boca Junior River Plate game. Watch the Napoli Juventus Antonio Conte going back to the old lady in Turin, you know, the Milan derby, you know, that newly rivalry over there in Bundesliga, you know, Stuttgart and Dortmund, you know, so much game. I can't even call it everything, you know. Khadija Shaw game as well, new rival building up with them and Arsenal, because you know Chelsea is in a transition mode, and those two teams, you know, going into the new WSL season looking like they're going to be the favorite. You understand? 41,000 Khadija Shaw played in front of, you know, in the Emirates Stadium early Saturday morning, early Sunday morning. They get what I say. So the women's game I grow, yeah, the women's game I grow, and whole heap of red card, you know, whole heap of red card issue all over different types of league, you know, over the weekend. Me never really see so much red card issue yet, you know, for a long time. I can't remember. I just can't recall, man, but that whole heap of red card issue, you know, in some big games over the weekend. I get what I say, but talk about red card, man. Damian Lowe, what the hell Damian Lowe do? You know, from Thursday to Sunday, the man get 2 red card in a back-to-back game in the league and in the King's Cup as well. You know, I don't know, man. Me and Daniel actually, you know, talk about little about that, you know, over there on the Nick and Dad podcast. You know, if you guys want to go and check it out, remember the Nick and Dad podcast here every Sunday, you know, right around 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is 6 p.m. Jamaica time. You get what I say? So we talk about that as well. You know, if you guys want to listen what I have to say. Me and Daniel were talking about the Damian Lowe issue, about his 2 red card back to back in his first game, his debut game after for that team, and the second game in the cup. He got those 2 yellow cards. The coach slapped him in the team again, showing that the coach have confidence in him. Yeah, the coach have confidence in him. And now you got a red card again in the King's Cup. What will be the coach approach after you come back off a ban, after your suspension is up? What will, you know? I'm not going to be surprised if I see him on the bench for the next couple of games. If I see him, and if I see him in the team the next game, I'm not going to be surprised either. But it will show me that this coach really wanted him into the team. You know, this coach have so much confidence in him. You know, you're not just going to find all of this just happen in the space of 3 days. 2 red cards.
Well, Ramos is a winner. You get what I'm saying? He win a lot of stuff, and you get me. And people might okay with certain players doing that, but going into a new job, you have to perform. You get what I'm saying? You have to perform, else the coach are gonna lose trust into you. You know, the people them that invest into you, they're gonna lose trust into you. You have to buckle down and relax and calm down.
You know, so yeah, man, the man for the better, man. None alone for the better than that, man. 31 year old, very mature, you know, a player that have so much experience, you know, still making rational decisions. So, you know, it's not good, but well, him get a red card Thursday. He get a red card yesterday, Sunday. The coach trust him to play him in the King's Cup, and he get a red card. So let's see what the coach going to do whenever he's up again for selection, you know. But again, people, look, there first thing I'm going to touch on, you know, that Khadija Shaw thing, you know. Look, it's a big thing. You know, the WSL season is back. Not just Khadija Shaw, but many other reggae girls players in the WSL as well, you know, as the season getting into its nitty gritty, you know, 4 or 5 games in, you know, I'm going to touch on other reggae girls as well, but this video is all about Khadija Shaw, and they don't know Khadija Shaw, you know, her team is about to get back in the Champions League. I want to talk about Khadija Shaw as much as possible because she deserves it. You get what I said? The hard work, the individual work that she's doing, the awards that she's getting nominated, the Ballon d'Or shortlist back to back. So she deserves to be reckoned around the best and the best at all time and actually get to be mentioned in different types of videos. So the WSL season starts over the weekend. Arsenal and Manchester City drew 2-2 in the Emirates. They played in front of almost 42,000 people at the Emirates. So that's a very good thing as well. And then coming up in, I think it's Wednesday. Her team is playing in the second leg in the Champions League, the qualification to get into the group stage, and you have two more other reggae girls who is in the mix to qualify for the Women Champions League group stage. You have Kayla McCain over there in Real Madrid. I think they won their game 2-1 in Portugal against Sporting Lisbon. Jodie Brown, her team, Benfica also, playing. I think they play a Norwegian team, Armoby. So they actually this week coming up Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, I think, they spread across the 3 days. The women's will be playing their qualification round. So, tomorrow Tuesday, I will give you guys a quick rundown on those women games that they're coming up in the UEFA Champions League qualification. So it's a big thing that our reggae girls players are getting in the big tournament for the women's side of the football. So shout out to them as well. I don't think there's much videos go out, with the reggae girls in it. So but look, I have something to talk about. On Friday, major news broke out, around the landscape of Mason Greenwood, and big platforms. Before I go into it, this is what first spark everything, or this is what sparked the whole controversy around Mason Greenwood with transfer links. This is what started it, and this is why I am going to go in the video and go and talk about what will happen and what fans and a particular group is saying about Mason Greenwood.
Now, TalkSport understands Mason Greenwood has caught the eye of some heavy hitters on the continent after a positive start with Marseille. He scored 5 goals in his first 4 with Barcelona, Atletico Madrid and Bayern all sending scouts to watch him. Surrey have won the county championship for the 3rd consecutive year. That's the first time that's been done since Yorkshire in the late 1960s. And Daniel Dubois' trainer has exclusively told TalkSport he will be ringside for his clash with Anthony Joshua.
They call themselves the Bavarian faithful. It's a particular group. It's an Asian thing. They're very popular in Germany, and they're very popular around Bayern Munich football team. It's like the number one fan group for Bayern Munich, you understand? And guess what? In Germany, you have this thing what them call the 50-1 rule, where the club own majority of the stakes in the club. So they will own 50% of the club with an extra vote. They call it 50-1. So there's actually like 51 percentage own of the group, so own of the club. So say them own majority of the stakes in the club, so they have their first say. And this particular group, they call themselves the Bavarian faithful. Listen to what this article have said. Look, the Bavarian faithful will be outraged, rightly so, due to the above reason if Bayern end up signing Greenwood. There was a lot of outrage about the club plans to sign Jerome Boateng last season. There are several promising young versatile forwards in Europe that Bayern can sign instead of Greenwood. The Bavarian faithful would like to see Greenwood far away from Munich, even if it meant that the club will not sign any other forward next summer. So they don't want him around the club, you understand? I'm not going to get too deep into this Bavarian whole group, because again, it's like a political group. It's coming from way back into the ancient days. It's a very strong fan group in Bayern. They have high say to what's going around in the football, as Bayern were trying to sign last season, trying to get back Jerome Boateng into the club with an extension of contract, and they fight and said they don't want him into the club. So look, they rather the club not to sign anybody than sign Mason Greenwood. So if they having that you know what will happen. You know, more likely Bayern Munich will look into what this fan club have to say. But look, when everything broke out, yeah, Getafe get him on loan. That's like doing United a favor of get him out there where they can get him on the shop list, you know, so the European giants, the rest of the clubs can really see him and like, okay, he still got the talent after being not playing football for nearly 2 years. You know, he have done really good at Getafe. He went back to United. They wanted him back. We know the story. A particular group and a particular sets of staff, some women, and actually over on the women's side who is involving with the women football as well. They don't want him around the club. They move him on. Olympique Marseille, the president, and Roberto De Zerbi took the risk, wanted him, you know, took all the backlash, faced the media, you know, say what they have to say. They don't care what the media are. Any other group in Marseille, south of France, will say they want Mason Greenwood, and they took the risk and they bought him from United. And look, it's a risk, and it's a risk that is paying off at this moment, you understand? So I'm just saying, with Mason, you know, he's doing such a wonderful work, you know, for his new company, which is Marseille, his new club. Why, you know, why leave? You know, I'm not saying he's thinking about leave, but I'm just putting it out there. Why leave? Why want to move on? You know, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid did want him. They're coming back in. Barcelona coming back in as well. Why these clubs coming back in? They saw the talent. They knew the talent from when he just started to play back football for Getafe. But they saw something special. What Marseille took a gamble. It's a gamble that it might not even pay off. Yeah, them never know say it gonna pay off this well. Who did know the impact that he's creating around Marseille, the whole club itself? He's creating a massive impact on the football team. The club is generating more money. The club is selling more jerseys. You understand? The press, the media, everything, they're getting more write up. The build up for the game against Lyon. No one talk about the Paris Saint-Germain game. It was all about Mason Greenwood, Roberto De Zerbi, and Marseille, and the rest of the players. You understand? And it's something that's paying off. So I'm just saying, man, why want to leave? You know. So this is what Daniel have to say, and hi on the Nick and Dan podcast. Football for Marseille next season, because it will take a handful of money to
honestly,
get rid of him.
I wouldn't leave.
No, I wouldn't leave.
I wouldn't leave.
I would just leave my first season.
No, I for me, I personally think I would. For me, I think you should give them 3 years. Be appreciative to the club that give you back a platform.
Yeah.
To play. You get what I'm saying? Don't just get up and leave.
The Marseille platform is bigger than the Getafe platform.
Yes, and they Getafe was doing United a favor. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Marseille take a risk. And buy him and bring him there. You get what I'm saying? So,
big up yourself, tie, boss.
So me, him just should stay at least 3 seasons. Give them a title. Show them back appreciation. So when it's time for him to leave, them can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, that's what we said last night on the Nick and Dan podcast. You know, basically I'm just summing up what we basically said last night. But yeah, you know, he should stay put, focus on his game, and ready to go whenever that passport ready. You know, about the reggaeboyz as well. You know, we heard in the past, you know, Michael Ricketts have even came out and he has said that, you know, Pika have, you know, the whole issue. Again, this is another recap. If you missed it, this is what the president have said about him. So listen to what the president have to say about him as well. I know it's a whole news, but it's just a refreshing, you know. So focus on Marseille and wait until Jamaica passport is ready. But listen to what president have to say, a little recap on Mason Greenwood.
I want to say is that all the documentation is with Pika, and we are in touch with them, and we are very hopeful and optimistic that the process will be completed soon.
You know, so looking at it now, moving on from Mason, talking about the captain for the national team, El Capitano, Andre Blake. Andre Blake is back, but not 100%, say Jim Curtin. This is what Jim Curtin have to say about Andre Blake, in his press conference, a build up for the game that they played over the weekend.
He's not 100% quite yet. Andre's probably not 100%, but they're available for selection tomorrow.
So the man said he's back. He has a full squad. He have a full squad to choose from, but Andre Blake is not 100% fit. But he managed to play last night. He played DC. They won 4-0. I think they played at Subaru Park. They have 4 more games left back before the regular season finish. They're in the last qualifying spot to get into the playoff. I think Atalanta, one of those clubs, are right behind them. They also have Atalanta to play as well. 4 games left, 2 home games, 2 away. I think they have Orlando, Cincinnati, Columbus, and Atalanta to play. And all those 4 teams combined their last games against all those 4 teams. Andre Blake and Philadelphia haven't won a game in the last encounter between those 4 teams. So it's going to be a very rocky road. Philadelphia have been going through a rough period, throughout the whole MLS seasons from March until now. Even the semi-final that they lost in the CONCACAF Champions League against Pachuca, getting disgraced, in Mexico. So it's been a rough season up and down with Jim Curtin. Injured players. Andre Blake himself probably injured. This is his 3rd injury, when he got injured in Honduras, on national duty. So, I'm just hoping the best, they can get into the playoff. And when they get into the playoff, anything can happen. You understand? Philadelphia still have an experienced team, but we saw many teams, in the playoff that came in the last spot or second to last spot that go on to do great things in the playoffs. So we just hopefully Andre Blake can stay healthy, and a couple more games left before he reported back for international duties. So that's what I have to say about Andre Blake. He played yesterday, but he's not 100 fit, say Jim Curtin. So I'm going to move on again. Big Boza. Look, I see a lot of happy fans out there talking about Big Boza and the goal that he scored in the 1st minute of the game against a team that I don't even know that team. I don't even know that team, but it was in the cup. It was in the Russian cup, and we know that Boza haven't been around Dejan Stankovic, the Serbian coach. Squad is been out of touch, been out of favor, but recently after the international duty, we see gradually getting him back to the match day squad. Get 4 minutes, and got a start in the cup. He used that start to get on the score sheet, which is good. These are the things that he must do to get back in to the team for Spartak Moscow if you want to play from now until the next transfer window, to see if he can get a deal over the line so he can move on to play consistently. But they played a big rival game, over the weekend as well. They played Dynamo. They played, I think, Dynamo Moscow, and that game, I think that draw 2-2. They lead in the game 2-1 right up to the last kick before the game finished. Spartak Moscow conceded, but guess what? Boza didn't feature off the bench not one time. But this is what I'm saying. He's not fully back in the team as it is still uncertain around the player. But because William Jose is out injured, the Costa Rican striker Ugalde, he's the main man that scored 6 from 9 for the club as well. It's a cup game. Busy fixtures are coming up. They want to finish in a European spot. Spartak Moscow finished outside of a European spot, so they're trying to get back in Europe so they can play some Europe. Is a conference, Europa League, Champions League, whatever it is. So they're going to rest Ugalde as much as possible, especially when William Jose is carrying a muscle injury. He will be back in probably a week or so from now. He will be back shortly, but I think the next game is a cup game. Let's see if Big Boz will get an opportunity in the cup game. And I think they will play the same team. I'm not so sure if I can make a quick snap and look if it's the same team. Let's see. the next game for Spartak Moscow is Lokomotiv. Yeah, they have Lokomotiv. That's a big game. A big game for them. Lokomotiv is right up there in third position on 21 points. Spartak is on 16. So they're trying to get into the into the European spot, as I said. But after Lokomotiv, they will play Dynamo. Yeah, they will play Dynamo in the cup game as well. Yeah, they will play Dynamo Moscow in the cup game. So let's see if Big Boz will get an opportunity even in the next game coming up on Saturday against Lokomotiv. Yeah, in a big game, and then the cup will be on Wednesday, October the 2. So, and then they will play home to Rostov, and then right after that, he will be off to play for the reggaeboyz in international duty. So, let's see. I'm keeping a close eye, on Boza and this game. So, he need to perform in the Dynamo game, especially it is a cup game. It's a local derby, and it's the biggest derby for Spartak Moscow and Dynamo Moscow, yeah. But let's see what's going to happen with Big Boza. Next up, what I have another man talking about a man that who is failing to get into the squad and into the starting lineup, are getting subs on the bench. Ronaldo Cephas, a man that who have been frozen out of Ankara Gucho, whole squad. One time report that Cephas is lost. Yeah, Cephas is lost. They can't find him. A man that forcing a move. I heard that there was an Israel club on the board as well, looking to snap up the reggaeboyz international, but the transfer fee wasn't enough. You understand? But I mean, it's good to see Ronaldo Cephas for the last 3 games. He played in last 3 games for Ankara Gucho in the Turkish second tier. The last 2 games as well, he started in it. He's scoring goals, so he's getting right back into the frame, and I hope he can help, his team to get back to the Turkish Super League. That's where, they belong, But again, it's good to see Ronaldo Cephas is getting game time and he's getting the start, and the club, is trusting him back again, and the fans are actually to fall in love again with Ronaldo Cephas. So, many good things around, things that I just spoke about, the topics, so again, happy Mondays everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. This is the Morning Insider Show and Nicardo Media House. Salute. I'm out.